Good morning. My name is Chief Strongblood. I am St. Vincent and the Grenadines' favorite and most hated son. I am the diaspora machismo, my people. It has been another beautiful day for a protest and I enjoyed every moment of my protest. Let me first remind you. The front of my sign says, I don't want the white man's money, the white man's woman, the white man's friendship, and or the white man's fame. And the reverse of my sign says, white man, why have you enslaved the African American? My people, all in all, it was another beautiful day for protest and I enjoyed every moment of my protest. Normally, I don't report anything, but what I have to tell you is that the Caucasians have been sending judges of the Superior Court, Criminal Court, to see me protest. I guess they are cooking up a big sankey for me, and they want to ensure that whatever sankey they cook up, whoever judge I go before, they will gladly take away my rights. But guess what? That is neither here nor there. Everything that happens to me is ordained by the Most High God because I am faithful to the Most High God. And whatever happened to me, I say glory to the Most High God. And you know, now that I finished give you an update as to what happened while I protest, it is now my pleasure to bring you something from the word of the Most High God. My people, in Revelation chapter 4, 11 and 12. 10 and 11 rather. Something very interesting happened there. Let me read it for you. But before I read it, let me paint a picture of what is happening here. The Most High God is in heaven and he's sitting on his throne. And all around him are those mighty creatures that he created. Even the candlesticks, the four beasts, the elders, and the angels surround him. And they were all giving praise, honor, and glory to the Most High God. Now listen to what happened here with the elders. And the four elders fall down before him that sat upon the throne and worship him that liveth forever and ever, and cast their crowns before his throne, saying, Thou art worthy, O Lord, to receive glory and honor and power, for thou hast created all things, and for thy pleasure we were all created and made. My people, many people have come to a place in their life when things happen, they use this cliche, give God the glory, or to God be the glory. Especially people who are in church. And the sad thing about it is that they don't mean it. It only comes to their mouth because it seems to be the appropriate thing to say if you fit into a certain category, a group of people. Right? I have always been in a practice of giving God the glory for things that happen that were outside of my control. But since I came to California, I realized that everything is outside of my control. And even some of those things that I thought that I did and I took the credit and praise for, I was doing so undeserving. My people, my life has been like an adventure, and I was that superhero in that adventure. For most of the things I took credit for. But now, when I look back over the course of my life and all of the things that have happened that make my life so interesting, I have to say, to God be the glory with great intent and purpose. Let me give you some example. When I was a member, of the Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force. There was a superintendent by the name of Osborne Quao. Osborne Quao was a very bad man. Everybody was afraid of Osborne Quao for some reason or the other. Even superintendent, people at his rank, even those that were senior him, were afraid of him. For some reason, he thought that he had to break me like he had broken many others. He would pick on me. He would pick on me like he had picked on so many others and broke them. And one morning, the Most High, I thought it was me, but now I have to give credit where credit is due. The Most High God told me, stay here, wash this vehicle until Mr. Quao come in. And when he come in, go and confront him. And he told me exactly what I must sit with. Osborne Quao was such a bad man that as soon as he come into the yard at CPS, members, this is grown men, will run to him to take his flask and his briefcase to his office. So I was there, and when he came in, the young man, I think it was a corporal of police, he ran and took Mr. Quao's flask to get Mr. Quao's flask and briefcase to take to his office, because if you don't do it, Mr. Quao is going to be vexed and they might lose their weekend. And when Mr. Quao was about to open his door, I meet him there and I chop him between the door and the body of his car. I said, Mr. Quao, I held him in between with my foot. I said, Mr. Quao, I need to have a conversation with you. I said, tell me, what did I do to you? Or what have I done wrong? Each time you see me, you have something negative to say. And I want you to tell me what I've done wrong so I can correct it right now. When the orderly saw me and Mr. Quao, he ran back to his office, afraid because he didn't want to witness what was going to happen. Mr. Quao threw up his hands like this, surrender. He said, Mr. Palmer, go back and do your duties. You have not done anything wrong. Just continue to do what you're doing. And I said, okay, thank you. From that day, never had a problem with that man again. He even called me into his office, tried to become my friend. I have a posting in Beckwith, and I want a good man to go there. I said, Mr. Quao, listen to me. You told me when I was in training and you came to lecture us that we were replaced where we are needed. I said, if I am needed in Beckwith, you send me Beckwith. But I am not volunteering to go anywhere. Then my duties took me to Chateaubelair. When I got to Chateaubelair, I met Claudius Morgan, Atlan Brung, Earl James, Ekron Lacat, and I was the fifth man at that station. We were policing, and Atlan Brung arrested a known drug man for, I think it's a traffic violation. And the corporal of police, James, when he was doing patrol, he met the drug man. And the drug man bring this, he said, not me, is that boy Brung, them tongue man, they think they're bad. So when Brung went out on investigation, someone pulled him aside and told him what happened. Brung immediately come back to the station, Atlan Brung, because Atlan Brung was now afraid for his life, because these were guys who will shoot you at a pin and nobody in Pito is going to say what happened. He pulled me aside. He said, Palmer, this is what happened. And Atlan Brung was very concerned. He said, Brung, you don't worry, I got your back. Anytime you're going out on duty, I'm going out on duty with you. As a matter of fact, I'll take you on every duty you have to go on. I got your back. Don't be afraid. One time, myself, at this time, Morgan, Thaddeus Morgan, Latlan Blanc and myself come together because I know Morgan from my roller skating days. Me and Atlan were not friends, but I knew him because my girlfriend and Atlan girlfriend were best friends. So we know of each other. But when I went to Shakibele, we became friends. Now here's what happened. We're coming from court one day, from Kingston to court. And I met the same drug man driving his vehicle when he was suspended. And I say, Ekron Lakat, station sergeant, look the man driving. He said, Palmer, go on, leave him alone, leave him alone. I said, no. I pull the vehicle across the street. And I jump out. And the station sergeant disclaimed himself. He says, not me. He says, not me, because all of them are afraid of the guy. And I say, get out. He said, officer, give me a chance. I said, no, get out of the vehicle. I'm arresting you for violating the court's order. He abandoned his vehicle and he ran. I stopped the next van that was coming, the next bus. And I saw the GP, the dishonest GP in the bus. I said, Justice of the Peace, I need your help. Drive this police vehicle to the station for me. I'm going to drive this transport to the station. Right? That man went to court. One night, I had a little girlfriend in Fitzhughes. She called me for a loaf of bread. Walk into Fitzhughes by myself, 10 o'clock in the night. The same drug man and his posse passed me with their vehicle, the same vehicle. And when he realized it was me, they stopped up ahead and they were waiting to see what I'm going to do. I continue my stroll to where I was going in the direction that they had stopped. And when they see I didn't turn back, you know what they did? They drove off. I went, got my bread, come back to the station and enjoy it. Let me tell you something. When you are faithful to the Most High God, the Most High God is going to take care of you. And those times I wasn't really faithful, and yet He was still taking care of me. That is why I have to say, to God be the glory. That same corporal, that same station sergeant Ekron Lakat, and another fella Smith, they all tried to kill me on duty, and they thought I was dead. But look what, I am still here. To God be the glory. I took that credit for myself. Then I went to Bible to work. When I got to Bible, my first report I dealt with theft. I just got into the neighborhood, to the area, district. I don't know anyone in that district. The report come in, the defendant was known to the police. Everyone in there decided that they are not helping me to apprehend or do anything. I have to find out these things on my own. I go through the crime register and I realized that this man was arrested a month ago, and Simmons dealt with the incident. I said, Simmons, you dealt with this man. How does this man look? I don't want you to help me. Tell me how he looks so I could find him when I go looking for him. He and Matthias and the other members of staff, they refused to give me the information. I went out on country patrol and investigation once, walking. I reached up to Simon and I started making inquiry about this guy. And I spoke to the same guy, just making small talk with him. I didn't know that was him. And I went up a little higher, and a lady recognized that I was Alana's father. And she says, you see the same guy I was speaking about down there? That's who you're looking for. He had a machete in his hand. So I walked back down to him. I take away that machete from that guy, arrested him, and walk him from New Prospect to Bible Police Station. To God be the glory. He had a machete, I had not even a baton. And I disarm him of his machete, arrest him, take him back to New Prospect, to Bible. It reached a stage where I was doing 60% of the investigation by myself in that station. Liquor license check. Everything else I was doing by myself. And the other staff were only doing 40% of the investigation, shared between all of them. I have never presented a late case file. And all of them were always presenting late case file. Although all of them joined together as a unit and was working against me. They all were sending in late case file. They were losing their day off. And I was doing 60% of the investigation in the station. Doing all of the liquor license check and other things. Taking them on duty. Never one day taking a late case file. And I only ever have one case dismissed in court. You're talking to God be the who? The glory? Then the same man, Mr. William Harry, who didn't like me. Mr. William Harry, who didn't like me. One of his men were having a problem at Georgetown because a known criminal was after his sister. And this guy was going to his boss, Mr. Harry, Deputy Commissioner of Police, and telling him, what is this? And the Georgetown police wasn't doing anything. You know what Mr. Harry did? The only thing that came to his mind to solve the problem was to transfer me to Georgetown. The first day I got into Georgetown, they sent the lady to me. I entertained her report. The same criminal who was harassing her, now gone staring mad, running all over the community with a machete. He's going to kill me, and he's going to kill the lady. That only excites me. I love danger. I am addicted to danger. When everyone in the station was afraid to go out on duty, when the community called on a sighting of this man, I jumped into the transport and I was ready. I said, let's go, guys. Let me tell you something. I literally was the man who tracked him down, even with his machete, and arrested him. A man that was bigger than I am. When I had him cornered and arrested, the sergeant jumped in and said, let me take it from here. Take credit for the arrest. Then I went to Bermuda. When I got to Bermuda, the news, Ralph Gonsalves already sent the news. Randy Liverpool have already tell all the police not to help me, not to show me anything. I didn't need them to show me how to do policing. That is second nature to me. I had the best teachers. Ed Ambrish, Noel Patterson, Nicholas Duggan, Calvert Straker. I didn't want any teaching from these people. All I had to know is how to operate the AS400, the computer program they were using to do everything where policing was concerned. I remember that they told the constable, okay, we're paying you for these new guys. They will teach you policing and you teach them the AS400. I was paired up with a young lady, 8 years experience, but didn't really have any experience. I grew out, I should teach her how to deal with situations and so forth. When it was time for me to for her to teach me how to deal with the computer system, how to get the handle of it, she directed me wrong. Had the NCOs calling me up. I said, listen to me. This is how this lady showed me how to do it. And when I confronted her, she said, you know what she said to me? I just get your pay. You just share your pay with me. So why must I share my knowledge with you? I said, listen to me. I have already resign my job in St. Vincent and the Grenadines and come here to work. There is no going back. I am going to learn the system with or without your help. And not only learn it, I'm going to master it, and I'm going to understand it much better than you could ever understand it. In the next month or so, I mastered the system. It took me only a month. She was now coming to ask me how to put warrants in the system and so forth. All I did was watch her and smile and taught her. No revenge. I watched her. I smiled and I taught her. When the Most High is for you, who can be against you? That's why I have to always say, to God be the glory. And then I came to California. And when I came to California, Richard Ross and Ralph Gonsalves planned to enslave me, get him involved in homosexuality. We'll make him a slave. And if he ain't cooperating, we'll use the drug men and the gangsters to whip him into shape. When I just came here, almost every week I was in a fight. I stand up and I fight all of my fights. I won all of my fights. And then I go to the Most High, I say, Most High, I am in my 50s. I can't fight with these teenagers. He said, don't worry. You're going to win all of your fights. And no matter what happens, I am going to direct your path. Today, I go anywhere in Los Angeles. Anywhere. Where there's gangs, where there's no gangs. In the ghetto area, down Skid Row, where all of the vagabonds hang out, I am there. Santa Monica, Hollywood, I am there. I have conquered Los Angeles. And I give God the glory for that, because I couldn't do it without Him. My people, there were times I had to take some drastic decisions and actions. I had to use a knife like a criminal. But it was all in the cards for me to conquer this place. The Most High God is always presenting me with challenge. So this is what I ask, Most High God. What is the next challenge you have for your servant? I know that wherever you send me, you are going to be there. Whatever the challenge is, you are going to ensure that I am victorious. I stand here strong, firm, and ready for the next challenge that you have for me. And I will meet it head on, fearless.
Good morning.
And it matters not what it is. My life have been an adventure, and I have been the star in that adventure so far. That adventure cannot end prematurely here, right now. What is the next challenge, my God? I am ready, and I am willing, and I am able to do it. Not because I have what it takes to do it, because I know you are going to get it done for me, like you've done everything else, and give me the credit for your hard work. And all I have to do is just give you the praise, the honor, and the glory for what you have done for me, to me, and through me. My name is Chief Strongblood. I am St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Privet Associated Sons. I am the diaspora of Chisholm.